Vicky here with you, and I just finished doing some cards using these little flowers, and I want to finish using them. So I thought maybe I could do bookmarks that would be interesting to go with the little cards maybe. I pulled out my little ribbons, which are the ones that I removed from clothing and stuff. So those are all put in this little tin. I get asked a lot what I use my tins for. This is what I use them for. Here I've chosen some words from this tin where I have a bunch of words in it, and I've put them here because I wanted to have enough to make these bookmarks, and I didn't want to spend the time searching for them. This here is some random pieces of paper that I have that were lying around, and I should do something with this water before I do a disaster. I don't want to put it too far because I might do some more watercoloring. So anyway, so I've pulled that out, and let's get going and just have fun and play and use up the little scraps. That's the goal, and finish using up whatever is in this little bottle, because I have tons of those little bottles. This one, C, was $3.99, and I got it for $2 on special, but it's all very nice and dandy, but if I don't use it, what's the point? So these are the whatever. I had some file folders I cut out 6x6 to use as cardstock. So I was left with these, and I thought these would make good bookmarks, so I still have a ton of them, and so I glued them together, and I figured we would just get going. So here's a random piece of paper that I have, and could put this one here, and maybe your creative would fit. And I still have my brads that I had pulled out just before, so that I can use those in the flowers. And just, yes, trying to use up my stuff. So what are you doing to use up your stuff? I know I've watched Gail use a bunch of different things to make some journals and stuff. These could be fun to include in journals as well. I just really need to have some things, because when I make stuff and when I sell stuff on Etsy, I usually include little extras, and I'm running out of little extras, so figured that this could be some fun ones. And it gets me to use up my stash. And I was going to use some other words, but then I was thinking I've got all these words that I've cut out of magazine, and I'm not using them, so I need to start using them more. That's why I did this. Okay, so just want a little brad to put in the middle of this, and hopefully, yes. Just before, when I was doing the cards, I had a hell of a time trying to pry away the little tail things of the brads. So brads are something I have a ton of and I don't use a lot, so this is a good way of using them. And then just gonna put here. And add a little bit of ribbon. So this ribbon is way too long. I can cut it in two. And so I'm really using up miscellaneous stash items that I have. Okay, now I'm having this box on my lap is bothering me. So let's be smart about this. And I've got a little tin here that's empty because I ate all the candy that was in it. So let's put a few of these and a few of these bigger ones, and maybe a few of these. And I can pick and choose from that. And then I don't have to have the big thing on my lap. And this way I don't mess them up, because otherwise they're gonna go all over my stuff. So this is the first bookmark. Let's get cracking. So I still have some of that paper. I'm gonna use, I could make 2 at a time. That's gonna go even faster. So let's do that. I think I prefer having it on a shorter one, because it's not as, well, they're actually the same size, these. I have even shorter. Well, they're pretty much all the same. Okay, so let's go and do that. And then put that. Got one last little purple one. And this one. Use this sentiment. So I don't know when you're going to be seeing this video. This is going to be one of those videos that I keep for when I need extras. I think that would be fun. And then what about the other one? Maybe this one. No, I don't want that. This would be prettier with the blue. That could be fun. Because it has a bit of pink. Okay, so this is how it's gonna go. So do that. Put this aside. And do this. And then this one is big enough so that I can use this. It's so cold today here. Like I said, I don't know when I'm going to be airing the video, but right now it's really, really cold here. I'm looking forward to winter being over. And it's still a long way to go. Would this fit on this? I think it would. And this, and then let's do I go with pink again? I think I will. Okay, here we go. We have another one of those that gets stuck. This is really annoying, those little things. The last time I was able to split them up using my tweezers. I don't know why. It's only the ones that have glitter like this that are an issue. But it's really an issue. Like, they just don't come apart. Okay, so that is going to go there. And I think this one would be pretty if I had some turquoise because of the turquoise here. This. See how pretty that is? It goes together. It's just perfect. So, here we go. Put that there. And then make 2 holes. Here we go. And then it's going to be 1. Yeah, so here we go. That's 1. Then I'm going to make another one. And I'm going to cut this one off into 2. And use that one. And this. Got 3 made. Woohoo! Okay, so what else do I have? I have this here. This is some leftover from paper from Secret Garden. I've used it in one of the journals that I've made and put in my Etsy store. So there was some leftover piece. This is fun because it could be colored in if you wanted. So but then obviously it's not going to be able to color it in if I put flowers all over it. Unless I do something like this. I don't like that. like to use this sentiment with the flower. Well, you can only color, I guess, the rest of it. And then for this one, I could use this piece here, and then maybe put that, and it's just random stuff that's being put down, basically. Free spirit. I think that's pretty. Need to decide what I'm going to put as the center. Could put a pink. It would go with the, it brings that back out. And this one, I think I might want to use one of those blue ones. Got some a dark blue one here. So I think that's pretty. So this would be like that. So just using random pieces. I'm happy I'm using them up. This way I don't have to put them away. Because I was at the point where I was going to have to put them away, but now I don't have to. So, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Hope you're crafting with me and not just listening to this, because it might be very boring otherwise. My last, okay, it's still gonna be good. My last Etsy release was so big that I don't want to start anything new right now. I'm just not ready to start anything, a new big project. I don't know how long it's going to take before I am, but for now, I want to take a break. Hopefully it won't be too long before I decide that I want to make more. Because the thing is, when I wait until there's almost nothing in my store, then I scramble to make items and put a lot of pressure on myself to finish them off, and then it's not only to finish off the items, but then you need to take the pictures, then you need to list them, then you need to edit the video, make a video, edit the video, take down all the information about the miscellaneous items you've made, and yeah, looks like a simple little thing, but it's not in the end. But then again, nothing that's ever worth doing is ever that easy to do. Usually there's different steps and such to that are required. We're going well in my stash of flowers. Soon I'll be finished with them. I don't even know if I've got enough if I've got enough bookmarks to use them all up. I didn't check. I should have checked that first. That would have been the smart thing to do. Oh well, when I've finished making all of these, I'll turn off the camera and I can always finish if there's more to be made. That one's already in a good size, and it's also emptying out my little bin of ribbon, because that one, it was almost empty and then it got all filled up again with all those tags from the clothing and stuff. I hate having tags on that, not tags, but those ribbons. They always end up showing, and oh, I hate it. So I always remove them. Okay, so this one could be pretty just like that, unless I use it that way. I think that's even prettier. Okay, so put that here. And then this one I could put maybe 2 flowers. How many flowers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh! So if I use 2 on this one, then I'm fine with using 1 on each of the other ones. That is perfect. So I'm going to use this sentiment on this. Now I have to find centers that are going to fit. They're going to be the same for both. So what about this? Yeah, I think these 2 would be pretty. That's 1, and that's 2. Here we go. Here. I'm trying to see what else, which next piece of paper will I use. Here we go. And here. And use that. So here we go. Okay. So I wonder if I can make multiples at once. Got this piece. Pretty. So those are leftover little piece of painty papers from when I made postcards. I didn't use the full thing. I'm doing good on the stash that I've got left next to me. I'm really doing good, so I'm happy. Okay, so for these, I could put blue, because I'm thinking I've got pink paper there. And then got the Style of Your Life. This, I will show you what I want to do with this. And this one I could use maybe this one. Whoops. Dreamer. Yes. Okay, so let's just glue those pieces down. I think when I make my stuff now, I might try to do what I did with the flowers here, which is pull it out and find ways of emptying it all out in one shot. I have to admit though, in this case it was easier because it was one little thin, one little bottle that didn't have all that many in it. It would be a different story if there had been more in it, I guess. Okay, so whoops. There's this. And I'm wondering if I want to use turquoise in the middle of this one. I have a little turquoise here that would fit with the turquoise of the paper. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So that here, so that's one, and then this one, we put this little turquoise one. Here we go, and then put that one, the style of your life. Hoping I'm in a frame, yes. It's always a question I wonder, but it's too late by the time I wonder. This is bothering me, so put this away, because I'm not going to be using it for this project. That. So this, and then this one, this is what I'm gonna want to put. I forget about the skin has. It's gonna be your story. And it's going to be better that way. This. cut it too big. Nice on tape. There's story. And then, oops, I think I want to use this here for it. This is going well, I'm happy. At least this way I'm going to have quite a few because it's not fun when I run out. Here we go. And just make 3 holes. This is just a regular hole punch. I could use my VR memory keepers, but I don't know. This one was just convenient. I could chew this into 3 parts. That bin of ribbon is just overflowing. Even though I work on it, it's still overflowing. It doesn't show that I've taken a bunch from it. That one. And finally this one. Like this. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. So I want to use up this paper, and I'm not going to be using the side that has the cupcakes, so I might as well use this. So here we go, like that. I'm actually going to use, might as well do another one. And this is too long for that one, so let's use up this one. Okay, so we've got this. I have this, which could be fun. This. Okay, so something like this. So let's just put down the papers and then we can finish off embellishing the rest. I can finish using up the rest. They're talking to my cat Simba. Well, actually it's my husband talking to her. And she's responding. Alright, so put that. And here, like so, and then really satisfying using up my stash. Like really, really satisfying. Okay, so we got all of these prepped up. That. And maybe this here. Okay, what are the words that I've got left? This could be whimsical. Because I find that my paper is quite whimsical. I need to make more painty papers. I've used them all up. I also need to make more journal covers because I've also used them all up. And it's super easy to use up the painty paper, so I need to use up all those calendar pages. I've got tons of them, and so I need to sit down, well, not sit down, but actually go in my garage and just do a painty session of miscellaneous papers. But for the sewing, for the if I want to use up my envelopes, I need to actually, for those I need to sew them before I put in, I paint them, because otherwise it's gonna mess up my sewing machine. So I need to do a bunch of those. So much to do, so little time. Thing is, when I do a lot of them at the same time, then it's not as, I'm much more effective because I'm not wasting time on, you know, I can just sew all of them together and then I move on to something else. And same thing with the painty paper. The only thing is with the painty paper is that I stand up to do them, and after a while my back kills me. I have one of those mats that you can stand on, and it's cushiony, but it's still, it doesn't, it's not as bad, but it's still painful. So it's the part that's not as nice. I think I'm going to use this tape for that one, because I had trouble with the experience, so might as well not create more trouble for myself since I've got the tiny one. Okay, so then got Precious. This one I wanted to cut a bit and I forgot. It's gonna work that way. Okay, so for this, I think I'm gonna want to use that. For this flower. That's my last blue one. Okay, and then for this one, I'm going to use that. I this. Like so. And then I think I like this flower. It goes, I think, with the color of the sentiment. I really am loving these. They're turning out really awesome. And the last one, I think I'm going to use this. And so then there's only 3 left. Woohoo! It's pretty awesome. And I've got less of those file folders left. Which is cool as well. Okay, so this one I can cut in 2 at least. I should bring one of those thins upstairs in my bedroom because I tend to just leave them on one of the desks and then they're just a mess, and it takes a while for me to actually bring those little ribbons down to my crafting space. Maybe if I left a tin there, I could just put them in and then just bring the tin down once in a while. Okay, this is from an actual gift that I got, I think. That explains why I had so much black. Okay, so this, and then that, this. I don't know if it was from a cake box or some other box. I don't remember. But now I'm starting to see that I made some progress in my stash of ribbons. Okay, so we got this left. I've got 1 piece left. I'm going to use that up. And I can use this on that one. And maybe this. And then maybe I can just put a little bit here. Okay, so that's how it's gonna go. And I've used up a lot of what was left on my desk. So I don't think I have quite as much to put away anymore. Woohoo! And my tin is almost empty, so the words have been used up as well. can be used for another project. To put items that, miscellaneous items that I need to use but don't want to lose. Okay, so here, so I'm thinking freedom would be pretty on there with one green flower, and then classic timepiece, and maybe just the happy here. Yeah, I think that's how it's gonna go. Here. Quite happy with my desk. It stayed clean, which is impressive because it doesn't usually stay clean. I'm not good at keeping my desk very clean. But I've been putting my stuff away, and so far so good. But I can bet you that it won't stay this way, so enjoy it while it lasts. Because I tend to not when I'm really creating full speed ahead, there's usually a ton of papers and leftover pieces and whatever. During Christmas time, it was crazy the amount of stuff that ended up being thrown here and there. It was just nuts. And then what do I do with this? Almost finished. Almost. There we go. And that one finally. Here. Okay, so that's done. Put this aside. So, oops, I almost did the hole in the wrong way. That would have been typical. Okay, so here we go. Got one here. There, and then So close. Here. And finally the last one is here. Here we go. So I've made 14 of them. That's a whole lot of bookmarks. But I've emptied out my little bottle, so very excited. I hope it inspires you. I hope you like it. I'm looking forward to reading your comment and know what you were doing while watching me. Bye everyone.